Maid hired to clean house for a huge party, but when they tell her who owns it, she's surprised. There are people around us who seem to be working harder than others. Still, unfortunately for them, more often than not, this hard work of theirs often goes unrecognized. Cara Simmons is one such hardworking woman, but luckily for her, the incredible people around her did not let her amazing work go unrecognized and greeted her with an incredible surprise that would change her life. 36-year-old Cara Simmons is a mother of 3 beautiful children. She would spend her days working tirelessly to make sure that her children were well taken care of. Her job was a housekeeper. She needs to work every day without taking a day off or getting a vacation to support her family. But one day, Cara had no clue as she was going about her business that pretty soon her life was about to be transformed completely. Cara was an employee for a residential cleaning company that goes by the name of Maid. On the morning of that day, Cara was informed by her higher-ups that the house she was going to be cleaning today belonged to one of their very important clients. It belonged to a woman named Madeline. As Cara arrived for the job, she was greeted by her and she told Cara that the cleaning had already been done, but there's still plenty for her to do. This was in fact a weird thing to hear, but Cara hadn't a clue what was going on. Madeline further instructed Cara that they would be preparing for a party that was to be hosted by the owner this evening. Cara was escorted to the kitchen where she saw a 6-course meal being cooked by a chef. She noticed that all the food was looking very delicious and expensive. Cara was a little taken aback when the chef Madeline asked her to taste test the food. Cara began by tasting an incredible lobster which was worth a stunning $500. They also had a bunch of truffle-covered dishes on the table along with a delectable chocolate dessert. Being treated with such exquisite food, she couldn't imagine that her day could get any better than this. Suddenly, a bell rang and Madeline requested Cara to answer the door. On the other side of this door was a group of men with a massage table. These men went on to ask Cara something that she just couldn't believe. Cara was informed that these masseuses needed to warm up a bit before they could start this huge party. So Madeline invited them to practice giving massages to Cara. Cara was in utter disbelief at the kind of treatment she was receiving at this point. "I think today must be my birthday," she said jokingly. Though it wasn't her birthday, there was definitely something weird going on here that Cara was completely oblivious to. What Cara didn't realize was that she was today's victim for a TV prank show called Prank It Forward. This show is well known for creating astonishing experiences for the people deserving of it. They were well aware that Cara was one hard-working lady, and this was something she deserved for a very long time now. But this wasn't it. They had many more surprises in store. Madeline then brought Cara into a room where she was presented with a random assortment of clothing. Cara was further told that these clothes were no longer needed and she's welcome to take anything she fancies. Cara, shocked, she couldn't believe all this was actually happening to her. Not only were these clothes in her style, they were all in her size too. Little did she know at the time, all these clothes were selected by her sister prior to this prank. Once again, the doorbell rang. This time, when Cara answered the door, she greeted a delivery man standing there with several boxes in his hands. He continued to move said boxes inside the house. Madeline then asked Cara to open these packages, which is when she realized something was wrong here. All these packages were filled with Cara's things. She sprinted towards the delivery man and told him something was terribly wrong. Upon asking the delivery man about the packages, he told Cara that all these things belonged to the owner of this house. Cara, unable to comprehend the meaning behind his words, quickly responded with, "There must be a mistake." But upon seeing Cara growing more and more confused, the delivery man asked her to step outside to clear things up. Cara wasn't aware of the fact that the person pretending to be the delivery guy is in fact the host of Prank It Forward, Greg Benson. As the two of them stepped outside, Cara was joined by her sister and kids. Her niece too jumped out of the back of the delivery truck. While they thought they were in on the prank, they had no idea that the producers had other plans. Cara was completely overwhelmed upon watching her kids and sister join her like this. On top of this, Cara was informed by Greg and Madeline that the house they were inside just now had been fully repaired and paid for, just for Cara. Not even Cara's sister or kids were told about this, so the entire family was shocked. They began to cry and laugh hysterically. "I had no idea what was going on. It was the most amazing prank," she said later. But there was still another surprise waiting. Cara and her sister were then told that all of them were about to go for an all-expense paid vacation to see the Great Pyramids in Maya, Mexico. It was a vacation that Cara had more than earned. Her sister confessed in front of the camera by telling them what an amazing sister Cara is. She's selfless and works really hard. Cara remembered when she was really young she had a home where she lived with her family, and that was until her parents decided to get divorced. That was the point from where everything changed. They had to move away from the house. Now that she had a new house to herself, Cara was ready to make awesome new memories in this place with her family again. Cara confessed that she always wanted a home for herself, so this was a very emotional moment for her. The production company behind Prank It Forward, Defy Media, had put out a notice in Cleveland looking for victims when Mary Jo Dean, Cara's boss, nominated Cara along with her 3 other employees. She instructed each of them to record a video for the company's Facebook page. While this was all a ruse, the video made by Cara touched everybody's heart, and so she was chosen. Cara had sacrificed everything for her family, even her health. She'd been living with ulcerative colitis. This condition of hers had gone undiagnosed for years and had caused her a lot of pain. It was an extremely painful experience for battling this condition for her, as often she would find herself without any money or source of income, and she faced evictions a few times in her life. But thanks to this show, Cara would never have to go through that again. Cara was granted the home in what's known as a land trust deal. This implies that NHS still holds the ownership, but they're renting it to Cara free of any cost for 99 years with a renewable contract. NHS was also ready to provide help to Cara with expensive housing, taxes, and maintenance as well. They're doing a marvelous work equipping me for the stuff I need to do and not do. They're guiding me through it and holding my hand, she said.